Good morning. It is my honor to be here in front of you all and to be the opening batsman. I'm here to speak about long life, being catalyst to career change. Several years ago, when I was waiting in the green room for the fashion show to start, I asked myself, is this what I'm going to be doing for the next 40, 50 years? I pondered on this question. It kept me awake at night. And then the answer came to me. And it was a resounding no. If I am going to be living this long, I don't want to be doing the same thing. I asked my friends what they thought. They said, but Aditi, this is who you are. This is your identity. You worked so hard to reach where you have. You're going to give up all of this just because of the question that you have in your mind? I was very confused. I thought to myself, am I the only one feeling like this? So I decided that no, I have to find answers. I went out, I spoke to a few people, I studied, I did research. I studied about the research that was done, and the findings that I had is something that I want to share with you here today. Life expectancy today is approaching 70. Few centuries back, it was just 30 years. Why that? In India, people lived only till 23 just a century ago. Today, the lifespan has almost tripled. Then don't you think that we deserve to change our career over our working life? Most people who reach around 35 feel unfulfilled. They're unhappy with what they've been doing. As the career progresses, they start feeling jaded. And the reason for this is perhaps because when we make the career choice at 20, we make it based on prestige rather than fulfillment. We have a lot of other potential, we have other goals, and then we realize all this is not lining up. This is not making me fulfilled. When I spoke to the older generation, most of them want to work till they are 70, to remain mentally agile, to be socially active, to be financially secure. At age 50, you still have 3 or more decades left to work, play, and to give back. So, what does one do then? A lot of people think, how do I go about a transition? How do I change my career? Where do I begin? What should I consider? I have bills to pay. Sometimes you have a resistant spouse. These kind of fears have prevented many high achievers from stepping out of their comfort zone. But then, the biggest rewards come with biggest risks. Now, there are many people who say, no, we want to do one profession throughout my life, and that's okay. But if I look at my life has undergone a plethora of change. I have worn many hats. And trust me, none of the change was easy. But I can assure you one thing, that with every change, I am a better version of myself. I grew up with abundant love. I was given freedom to choose what I wanted to become. I was this age when I told my mom, I want to be a doctor. My determination to achieve my dream led me through a lot of hardships. I come from a small place called Panvel. To go to college and to go to my coaching classes, I landed up traveling for over 6 hours every single day for almost 2 years. Now, For those of you who have traveled by ST buses or state transport buses will know what I'm talking about. But that's not all. I had to undergo hardships of different kinds. I was crushed many a times by my fellow passengers. There was a lot of heat, suffocation. I was groped. I was molested. I didn't have time to study. There were times when I didn't have time to eat. But I persevered. I said, these are the hardships. I want to achieve what I wanted to achieve. So I started studying in a moving bus. So I did what it takes. And my parents and I were ecstatic when I secured admission in Grand Medical College. At this time, I had a new dream. I wanted to run a hospital as a gynac, get married, have 2 babies, have a dog. I had it all sorted out. Well, life had other plans for me. I participated and won, and am the only Indian to win Mrs. World title. Thank you. My life altered. Doors opened, offers started coming in, and I was catapulted to becoming a supermodel. Acting followed soon after. And within a span of few years, this middle-class, introverted, shy girl from Panvel, who didn't have heels, didn't know what makeup was, didn't have a lipstick, had to adapt to change. Once again, I got out of my comfort zone and did what it took. After a successful run of over 10 years, I started to feel unfulfilled academically because my field as a model and actor left me craving for intellectual stimulation. Back again at crossroads. I took help of my friends and family and decided that I'm going to study human mind. My life has gone through so many changes. And when I meet people, they ask me, how did I manage to do these transitions successfully? I started out as a doctor, became an accidental model and an actor, and today, as I speak in front of you, I am a qualified counselor and a psychologist. When I contemplate on how I achieved the transitions, I know it wasn't easy. So I thought about it and I put together a few findings which I want to share with you over here. There are 5 things that can help you do it. The first one, you have to understand yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to accept your past. You have to finish those unfinished businesses. Have no guilts or regrets. Use questionnaires. Now, why questionnaires? There are many available. By filling out those questionnaires, you realize what your skills are, how your personality is, what your weaknesses are. It helps you connect the dots. This helps when you want to make the career transition. Tell your story. Now, what is telling your story? Telling your story is basically writing your autobiography. Why do this? Because at the stage that you want to make the transition and you sit down and write it, you realize there are so many things that you've forgotten. And when you write it, you're like, oh yeah, I did this. Oh yes, this is what gave me joy. This is what gave me pride. It opens up realms that are within you, but you're not aware of them. You have to dig in deep into the recesses of your heart and your mind and write it down. Seek help. We feel very shy to ask for help, but career counselors, career coaches help you again to identify your skill set. They help you set up a plan and handhold you through this delicate stage of transition. I, for one, I have no knowledge of financials. I'm terribly poor. So I sought help from certified financial planner to help me crunch numbers when I was making the transition. It helped me be on the path and know that I'm secure. So if there is something that I would like to share with you, it is this, that we live very long. And if you choose, yes, you can stay with one career. But if not, then the findings that I shared with you will definitely help you to make the transition. So all in all, embrace yourself. Be bold. Be confident. Give it what it takes. Perseverance is a virtue. So imagine, believe, and go out there and achieve. Thank you.